All right, Cancer. This full moon in Capricorn is bringing a reality check that you cannot ignore, okay? If something has been bubbling under the surface, whether that's some family drama, emotional burnout, or even just a major decision, y'all, it's going to all be coming to a head, okay? Here's the twist, though. What breaks down now is actually going to set you free. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it, y'all. All right. Welcome back to the Cancerian Vibe. I am the Boss Lady B. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. Today, like I said, this reading is all about the full moon in our opposite sign, Capricorn. Okay. Happening on July 10th, y'all. Okay. It's giving very much emotional climax meets grown-up choices, right? Stick around. I need y'all to stick around to the end because I got a special invite to my How to Read Intuitively Masterclass and a lot more to kind of help you all process everything that this lunation is going to be bringing up, okay? So let's get into the Astrolo-tea first, okay? If you're not new to this, you're true to this. You know I'm going to give you the tea. Let's talk about this Capricorn full moon energy because, y'all, Cancer. This one is very much personal. It's our opposite sign, Capricorn. This moon lands right across from us, all right across from our sign, meaning it is pulling tension on our soft yet emotional homebody side, all right? In our outer world and responsibilities, they could kind of collide. Like there's a lot of tension. There's a push and pull kind of thing going on here, y'all. But so here's how this might show up in real life, okay? You could be craving some peace and solitude, but your group chat just keep blowing up, all right? You could, y'all, this might be you, okay? You've been putting off a boundary, a conversation with the family member, but now you can't avoid it. Or y'all, it could show up like maybe you're just tired of carrying the emotional weight in your job, in your 9 to 5, in your relationship, or even just your friend group. Okay, Capricorn is letting you know. Capricorn is saying, look, boss up, Cancer. All right, Cancer is saying though, but I feel everything and I get it because I'm a Cancer. Okay, but the moon is really asking us, can you feel deeply and still make grounded decisions? Because y'all, a big emotional realization is coming. If you watch my week ahead reading, y'all already know I already put you on game, okay? And it's likely tied to your home life, family karma, or really just the way that you prioritize yourself and your needs, Cancer. So if you are like, ask yourself, are you nurturing yourself as much as you nurture other people? That's a big one for us, Cancer, because we can pour in, love on, nurture everyone else. But when it comes to ourselves, we be lacking or be short in ourselves. No. Okay. You could be realizing that you've outgrown certain responsibilities that aren't even really yours to carry anymore. Okay. Or y'all, you could be holding to onto some type of like emotional guilt that it's time to release it. Spirit is saying it's time to let it go. This moon, y'all, is really just about emotional maturity, okay? It's the kind of like grown man, grown woman energy that says, I can still love you, but still choose myself, right? And this is deep, y'all. Since this is lighting up our Cancer, the Cancer Capricorn axis is very much also a prime time, okay? Listen, dial in, a prime time for career shifts, making decisions about moving, y'all, and big relationship turning points, all right? You may finally see something clearly, and that realization could change every single thing for you, okay? It's big, y'all. This is a big moon. Before we get into the cards, I do want to share 2 powerful ways that you can deepen your spiritual journey as of right now with me, okay? First, y'all, I am officially opening pre-enrollment for the Cancerian Spiritual Entrepreneur course. This is a transformational program, y'all, designed specifically for my Cancers, my Cancer signs, my Cancer placements. I had us in mind, Cancer intuitives who are ready to turn their spiritual gifts into a very much soul-aligned business, okay? If you know, Cancer, that you are called to do some healing work, coaching, readings, whatever it is, any kind of spiritual service, but you aren't necessarily sure how to get started or how to grow or even just how to monetize it, y'all, this is the course for you, okay? Get on the list early and receive exclusive pre-sale bonuses, discounts, and first dibs when the doors open. This was one of my most prized masterclass that I did before, and I'm turning it in now as requested to a self-paced course and adding a little bit more information, well, really a lot more information than from the masterclass. So definitely get in where you fit in on that, Cancer. If you know you are tired of your 9 to 5, make an investment in yourself, okay? Make an investment in yourself. Secondly, if you have ever pulled a tarot card and wonder, what does this really mean? Yeah. You don't need to miss my how to read tarot intuitively masterclass. That's going to be happening live on July 26th, y'all. You're going to learn how to go beyond the guidebook. I love the guidebook, but you're going to learn how to go beyond that. You're going to build spreads with confidence, and I'm going to help you tap into your intuitive knowing, okay, so that you can read not only for yourself, but for others, if you want to take it to the pro level, all right? You're going to learn how to read with power and purpose, okay? So get in where you fit in. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, something that you've ever wondered, considered, there's a lot of information, payment plan options available, all of that good stuff. So make sure you check out the links. I'll drop them here in the eye if I can remember, okay, Cancer? But let's hush up my yammering. Hush up my yammering. Those of you that are in my Cancerian, my actual Cancerian vibe tribe that have the membership, definitely make sure to check the tab. I'll be putting some really insightful information about how to use this Capricorn full moon to your full advantage. Okay, but let's hop into it, y'all. Let's see what the cards have to say for this upcoming full moon. You know, it's a full moon, so we're talking about surrendering, releasing, what needs to be released or surrendered for Cancer during this full moon in Capricorn. Thank you for clear, accurate messages, Spirit, for my vibe tribe. What needs to be released? What needs to be surrendered during this full moon in Capricorn for Cancer? So I love that this is showing up, okay? Surrender to your full power, Cancer. Spirit is saying, and I love that this is showing up because, like, y'all probably thought I was playing when I was like, we finna take over Leo season. Yeah, we are. Like, Leos, they might as well just take a beat. And I feel like I'm authorizing saying that because I got a lot of Leo in my chart too. I have a Cancer stellium in my chart and a Leo stellium in my chart. So yeah, I feel like I get to say that we can take over Leo season, right? And then, you know, how ironic that surrendering to your full power is showing up. And we see this lion again, confirmation around this month of August. August always felt like an auspicious month for me. So I'm really excited for the month of August, not to try to rush us into a month, but definitely I feel like Spirit is definitely trying to set you up for some for bigger, better, okay? That's why Spirit is asking you to step up, step into your power, like surrender to it fully. Your life is calling for you to step in to your full power rather than playing it small. Spirit is saying, you're thinking small, it's time to think big. It's time to go big. It's time to dream big. Like, really, you need to embrace all of your magic, all of your power, Cancer. This is the time to kind of go all in, okay? Surrender to Spirit is here at the bottom of the deck. And again, you're being guided by Spirit, okay? This is a divinely guided change that Spirit is asking you to make, to step up. It feels like, you know, going, you could even, I don't know why I'm feeling something about humanitarianism or, like you could be sticking up for the underdog in some type of way or situation. Or really just it feels like, you know, you're the one, it's like you are the whisperer, Cancer. You have this ability to solve a problem, some solution. You have the power or magic to solve it. And that's what Spirit is telling you to wake up to, okay? Surrender that, or release playing small, okay? And accept being big, okay? Like stepping into your full power, right? And know that too, it's like, know that Spirit is on your side. Know that like all you have to do is do your best and allow Spirit to come in and do the rest, okay? Once you know that you've done everything that you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine, Cancer. Like, you've done all you can do. Let Spirit work the magic for you, okay? I believe that some of you all forget how magical you are, and how much of your intuition is a superpower for you. So keep that in mind, Cancer. But Spirit is definitely trying to, I feel like, communicate with you and show you how your life is changing, how things are changing, and where Spirit is wanting you to step up, where you may have been afraid to step up, feeling like you weren't qualified, feeling like you weren't ready, or, you know, just feeling like maybe you would be too much, whatever. Spirit is saying no, like, embrace all of you, okay? Let's look at the overall full moon energy. Overall energy guiding this full moon for Cancers. Overall energy guiding this full moon in Capricorn for Cancer. So look, we got communicate that's showing up definitely. And we got, look, communication, I feel like is very interesting that it's popping up, that we are currently in this Mercury retrograde shadow period. You know, after this full moon, a couple of days, we'll be moving into the actual retrograde. But remember, I had told you, Capricorn was telling you, like, this is a time to speak up. It's giving very much Gemini energy, like very much so. Oh, okay, Uranus has moved into Gemini too now. It's like it's time to have those conversations, Cancer. Remember, I was saying this is where you have to speak up for yourself. You have to communicate your needs. You have to communicate your boundaries, okay? This could, some of you could definitely be having very deep conversations with family, or partnerships, friends, whatever, that are unavoidable, okay? Here at the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy is the energy of synchronicity. So synchronicities could definitely be showing up. It feels like, yeah, it feels like what's the big synchronicity is where you're not going to be able to avoid this communication. It's like the time and the place have all lined up for this things to kind of happen. Like everything is kind of lining up for certain conversations to be had, so that you can move forward differently. But I also feel like too, I feel this vibe of like affirmations and speaking to, like, you know, because we are ruled by the moon, Cancer, we definitely need to be using the moon to manifest. I know, you know, there's like split information on manifesting during a full moon, but yeah, I'm gonna read the additional message here, because yeah, Spirit may be asking us to do some you know, speaking some word affirmations. But okay, so the additional message, y'all, says that your outlook is positive, but you need to communicate with your higher self, with the moon, or with someone, okay? Start with the idea of communicating with your higher self. This is the part of you connected to all life everywhere. Learning to connect with this part of you is easy to do. Simply sit quietly and ask your higher self what you need to know about your situation. Request answers, close your eyes, breathe gently, and see what messages come to you. Have a pen and piece of paper handy so you can make notes and then return to your breathing. You can also do this exercise under the moon, okay? So go out into the night and sit quietly for answers about your situation. That's an esoteric part of this card. However, it can also suggest that, as well as divining answers in the magical way is in this magical way, you might also need to talk to someone in real life. Either this person is involved in your situation or to someone else who can help you, okay? So definitely, I feel like too, you could be running into someone or communicating with someone who opens you up to new ideas and new possibilities. So I need you to be open to that, Cancer. It's very much giving meditate, okay? So keep the channels of communication open. I'm just going to say that within your higher self, with spirit, with whoever. Make sure that those channels of communication are open. Work on your intuition, trusting it, leaning into it, Cancer, and pay attention to the signs that you're getting. That's why I said definitely synchronicity is showing up. So there's signs and synchronicities that you need to pay attention to. Spirit is saying pay attention to it, okay? This moon really could be the perfect conduit for very much powerful based emotion, or powerful emotional based communication, y'all. I'm telling you, it's like a conversation could change everything, okay? This is all about feelings. So tap into the feelings that you're getting now and you'll get the answers, okay? You'll get the answers that you need to come. But definitely I'm getting this vibe of like meditating, using your words and speaking out loud. Definitely speaking your affirmations out loud, I feel like would be powerful for you during this full moon. Let's ask what the full moon is trying to show us. What is this full moon in Capricorn trying to teach us, show us? A win-win outcome is forecast. I love that. That look, no matter what this conversation looks like, no matter what it feels like, no matter what the emotions feels like, Spirit is saying that you win either way, okay? Bring love into the situation is here at the bottom of the deck. So we have full moon energy showing up, but this bring love into the situation is new moon in Aquarius energy. And I feel like it's very much a good nod towards the communication. It's like, you know, even though you could be needing to have some very serious conversations, y'all, and if you tapped in like me, you probably already experienced this energy or are experiencing this energy, because yeah, y'all, as your fellow Cancerian sister, I definitely got forced to have a very important conversation about boundaries and family and all that. So yeah, don't take it as coincidence. It's happening and it's making you speak up, because you know us Cancer, sometimes, well, I ain't gonna speak for everybody, but sometimes I feel like Cancers, you know, because we're so nice and we're so nurturing and so, you know, intuitive, we're like always tuned in and dialed in to making everyone else comfortable, that we make ourselves uncomfortable, or we dim ourselves, or we try to make ourselves more palatable. And Spirit is saying, no, this is no more for that. It's really time for you to stand up. So that time, it's really funny because I had actually tweeted that the other day. I think it's a lyric, but it had came to my mind randomly. But I was like, I let things slide when I really should have slid. And if you don't know what that means, you know, it's, you know, you let things go over your back when you really kind of, you know, should have, you let things fall back when you should have really fell forward. You know, if you pick up what I'm putting down, you know, you could have let things slide, you know, just to try to go along, to get along, keep the peace. You know, sometimes Cancer, we, especially in certain relationships, friendships, whatever, even with family, we can try to put the other person's needs first, and then our needs are just left to nothing, you know, not get met at all. And Spirit is saying no, you know. And so you could be thinking, you could be trying to hesitate on having this conversation, y'all. Some of you, this conversation is with your boss, and you're going and you're talking about your value, and you have to communicate that. And you could be nervous as heck. You could be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go ask for a raise, or I don't want to, like, you know, ruffle any feathers because it could do this or do. Spirit is saying no, baby. No matter what happens, it's a win-win for you, okay? It is a win-win for you. It cannot, and especially with this energy of Libra showing up, things are balanced. The scale is balanced. There's a cause and an effect, okay? That's what this is giving. And I'm telling you, Cancer, you can't lose, all right? But as long as you do still, you know, lead with love, you know, that's my rule over here on the Vibe Tribe. Lead with love. Bring love into the situation. it's going to be a win-win for you, okay? But I definitely feel like Spirit is calling for you to make some major adjustments around having this major conversation. And some of this definitely showed up in the week ahead reading, y'all. If you didn't watch that, make sure you go check that out, because there could be, you know, some additional insight that you missed for sure. Because I'm telling you, it's like randomly somebody that you're connected with, y'all could be having a random conversation and they could be unlocking your future, right? And they don't even know it. Or, you know, you could be getting ready to have a conversation about how you feel about something and it finally sets you free, you know. And I love that I said that it finally sets you free. And this ego, this energy here, the ego card is here, where it's like, look, you are not caged in. You are very much free. Okay, your ego could have you thinking that, no, you got to still stay stuck, or you're still, no. So let's see what emotional truth we're going to have to face during this full moon. What emotional truth is this full moon asking Cancers to face, Spirit? Thank you. So we got the wheel that's showing up. Okay, I love that. So the emotional truth is, look, that things are changing, and you need to know that things, not only are they changing, they're changing in your favor. That's what I'm talking about with the synchronicity. I'm definitely seeing something with circles. Something's coming full circle, y'all. The time is now. It's like the, you know, two times a day a broken clock is right. Or, you know, the synchronicity when lights are flickering, like two separate lights, and eventually in a moment in time they blink together or whatever. That's what I feel like is happening for you, okay? This is the Wheel of Fortune, y'all. It's the number 10 card. The 10 is an ending, right? But the 10 reduces down to a 1 that states a new beginning. And look, the underlying energy is this Ace of Fire. But you could definitely be in this state, because I am seeing a little underlying energy of this kind of anxiousness, worriness. This full moon could definitely have you not sleeping, y'all. So yeah, just be mindful about that. But I feel like definitely the Spirit is trying to get you to see that you are progressing, you are changing. Okay, things are changing, and not only are they changing, they're changing for your benefit. So if you feel like somebody is switched up on you or changed on you, or the situation, the connection has changed, let it change, Cancer. It's okay, because it's very much in your benefit. And especially when new opportunity is right here. It's like Spirit is trying to say, like, this is the exchange. That's the debt for something new. You have to, like, you know how you used to go to the Blockbuster and you had to return the video before you got a new one? That's what this is. Spirit is trying to give you a whole new, brand new movie, but you got to turn in the old one, okay? And things are very much changing, y'all. Somebody's pregnant. I don't know who it is, but that just came to me very randomly. That ain't gonna be for everybody, but somebody is pregnant. I don't think you know yet, or you could have just found out that you're pregnant. Yeah. It's like finally too. I feel like it's, yeah, synchronicity. So it feels like something that you have been waiting for. Congratulations, for sure. Definitely for the rest of us that aren't having a real baby, this is like the birth of your creativity, like the birth of your new inner being. Okay, this is a sense where I feel like you're going to be taking really dedicated action too. But know that emotionally, Spirit is trying to get you to understand that the change that's happening around you is happening for your benefit, okay? And you may be very sensitive towards this change. You may feel very sensitive just overall, just during this time, you know, while the moon, the energy is heightened, the moon is full, okay? Very intuitive. But let's see, where has Cancer been giving away too much of themselves? Where has Cancer been giving too much? Let's see. Where is Cancer giving way too much and not getting it in return, Spirit? Where do they need to make adjustments? So look, the 3 of Swords is showing up. So and I feel like Cancer, yeah, I'm getting somebody hurt your feelings. And this is crazy because I literally just got confirmation for myself, but somebody hurt your feelings. somebody close to you. It could have been a friend, lover, whoever. There was some type of hurt feelings that you suppressed, you held on to, you held back. And y'all, this could even go back to as far as childhood. This could be something that happened in childhood that you need to heal from, but the emotions of it are coming up now. They're relevant now, okay? And Spirit is definitely asking for profound healing of whatever wound is being unearthed or uncovered here, okay? I feel like, too, Spirit is also saying that you are giving a little bit too much energy towards the negativity. I feel like, you know how, because I feel bad. It's almost like, you know, something has ended, and I don't want to take away from whatever may be closing out or ending or terming or changing basically in your life, because you may be sensitive to the fact that it's ending. But it's like you're shedding too many tears and looking too much to you're focusing too much to the negative on whatever this is that's ending. And it's not really ending, it's just changing. It's really just changing for your benefit. And Spirit is saying, yeah, too much. You know, it's time to kind of balance those emotions, right? It's time to kind of forgive, and I'm not going to say forget, but definitely forgive and heal from some things that we have been holding on to, suppressing. Spirit is saying this is the full moon of the purge, okay? It's very much a purging. If you've been thinking about like talking out your feelings, like going to therapy, even doing tarot therapy. I like to do tarot therapy. If you ever done a session with me, anything where you're like talking out your feelings, kind of talking to your higher self as well, that's gonna be very, very important for you during this cycle, Cancer, okay? But again, a win-win outcome is forecast. So it's like, know that there's a new beginning. Even whatever you are mourning, okay? There's a new beginning, and even you are protected, all right? Let's see what blessing or opportunity is waiting on the other side of this emotional breakthrough. Cancer, you may need to have you a good cry too. What blessing is waiting on the other side of this emotional breakthrough for Cancer? Oh. So, interesting. So, the Knight of Swords trying to come out with it too is here at the bottom of the deck, but the Page of Swords is showing up. So, I definitely feel like, look, there is some type of sudden or realization or truth that comes at the end of this, okay? I very much feel like, too, at the end of this transit, you're going to feel a little bit more motivated. If you've been feeling like you're lacking in motivation, or just, you know, didn't have a direction, you know, to be kind of like determined to move towards that, you're gonna get some insight around that. I feel like you're gonna intellectually get some type of information as well. The sword showing up, a lot of mental agility. So this is that air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Libra energy showed up. A lot of swords are showing up around. So definitely, Cancer, I feel like a lot of mental activity happening, okay? A lot of mental activity. I feel like you're going to be able to see a situation differently, okay? And I love that the Page of Air is showing up too, because I feel like I definitely am feeling like somebody is finally standing up for themselves. It does feel like a situation where you've been letting stuff slide, like keeping your mouth closed, but now you're ready to open your mouth, Cancer. You're ready to stand up or open up your mouth for something that you feel like isn't right, isn't fair. Some of you could definitely be using it or doing it in the sense of like standing up for like the like the underdog kind of thing, situation, scenario. So yeah, this is really, I feel like, beneficial to us, Cancer. I want to pull one more surrender card because I'm feeling called to do so. I'm gonna pull one more surrender card and then let y'all go, okay? What else does Cancer need to focus on surrendering during this full moon and Capricorn cycle? Oh, I'm not gonna say that. What does what does Cancer need to release? Oh, okay, they just want to go flying. Okay, Dang. All right, so we got, look, surrender to inner peace, all right? At the bottom of the deck, surrender to the idea that you can fix someone. Literally, I had to tell myself this the other day when I was talking about, the whole having to have this certain conversation with your family member. Certain people you can't fix, okay? Certain people, they don't want it for themselves. You can't want it. You can't want it for them, okay? So it's definitely time. It is definitely a spirit. There's a glaring fact that it is time for a shift in certain relationships, okay? Under that, surrender that negative thinking. That's what I was talking about, that negativity. Cancer, you may just need to go ahead and have you a good little cry. Try to like purge and release any type of negativity that you're holding on to. Go ahead and cry and realize that you can't fix whoever that person is. You can't change them. You can't, like, they have to be accountable for their own healing, Cancer, okay? They do. You can want it for them. You can want it for your child. You can want it for your lover, whatever. They have to want it for themselves, okay? But surrender to inner peace came out. And Spirit is saying, look, cultivate inner peace on a daily basis and quiet meditative moments. So again, Spirit is nodding to meditation. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So definitely find your state of inner peace around, finding your state of inner peace when, chaos is all around. That is a superpower, all right? Going within and finding your inner peace. And know that everything is changing for your benefit, Cancer, okay? This full moon might not feel gentle, but it's very much honest. And Cancer, you deserve that clarity, okay? Whether it's a chapter closing, a truth surfacing, or just an emotional boundary that has to be redrawn, it is very much all a part of you stepping deeper into your power, like fully, okay? That's what Spirit is asking you to do. It's bigger than you, okay? But yeah, that's what I got for y'all. Don't forget to pre-enroll in the Cancer Spiritual Entrepreneur course in the description box and in the comment section below. Y'all sign up for the Intuitive Tarot Masterclass. I promise it's going to be powerful. Spots are limited, okay? Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you are releasing this full moon, Cancer. You'll also be entered for a chance to win a free private reading with me. Of course, it's still Cancer season, so put your birthday down there too. Find your birthday twin. Let me say happy birthday to you, all that good stuff, all that good job, y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. In the meantime, in between time, until next time, love you.